everyone, my name is Matt, you're watching Hogwa5h Gaming, and I just want to take this moment right now to go over a product that I was sent to review. Now, I featured this on my Dominion video that came out today, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out to see this in action. But, yeah, so this is a card game table made by the Etsy shop Just2Now. And yeah, this is a really cool product. First off, when I first got Dominion, I was looking for a Lazy Susan to use on my table so I could see all of the cards all at once. And if you don't know what a Lazy Susan is, it's basically a table that rotates. And I found one on Etsy, and I got in contact with the people, and they sent me a copy to review. And right now, what you're looking at here is just the table part. It's got two sides. You've got a flat side for games that, well, pretty much any game that you need to rotate the board or the cards or whatever. And then the other side is more for card games specifically. And they've got little token holes here and little sections where you can put different decks of cards, just for easy access. And if a player needs to see something on the other side of the board, they can just turn the board, and it is a lot more convenient, which for a game like Dominion is awesome. Now, right now it's just a board, but it comes with a little rotating plate. And I didn't connect my plate to the board. I just keep it separate, so if I want to flip mine over and it just has that flat side, I can still have a Lazy Susan turn around, but it's got a flat side, and this side, if I connected it to the bottom here, then I wouldn't have this side to use for anything else. But having it separate makes it nice. And if you want to connect your rotating part to the table itself, they do include with your package a template to help you align it, so when you spin the table, it doesn't wobble. Cats. It doesn't wobble because it's not centered. They have a template to help you center it, so it's perfect. So when you spin it, it is a perfect rotation, no deviation whatsoever. Now, for the wood itself, it is pine, and it's stained pine. You can get unstained if you want to paint yours, or if you just like raw lumber look, then you can do that. They have a whole bunch of colors that you can get yours. I got the coffee stain, which is the darkest I believe they have, but they have gray, they have amber, they have golden, really nice stains, and yeah, it looks great. I chose the dark one because, you know, I grew up in the 80s, 90s, and that was all the rage of the old furniture back then. So next I want to talk about the actual cutouts, and I'm tempted to say it was laser cut because the precision is so good, but it doesn't have the burnt edges that laser cut things typically have. Not that I could tell with the stain on very well, but from what I saw online, it doesn't look laser cut to me. It doesn't look burned at all. So I don't know. They've got some professional tooling, or maybe they have a stencil that they follow. I don't know, but it's really good, really even, and I'm genuinely not sure how they made it. It looks, if it's pieces of wood that are glued together, the seams are immaculate. I can't see the seams. No, that's not a seam. And along here, the grain is consistent on both sides. It's all going the same direction. So I don't know. Yeah, there's a knot on this side that I don't see on this side. So maybe it's two glued together, and there's got to be seams along here somewhere. This knot seems to be cut in half, but I cannot see the seam where they glued it together at all. So yeah, it doesn't feel cheap at all. As you saw in the video for Dominion, the cards fit perfectly, and the rotation is very smooth. Yeah, it does what it's supposed to do. Now, when I review things, I typically say what I like about something, and then I try to come up with something wrong to say about it so it doesn't seem like I'm being super biased. And honestly, I had to look really hard for things to complain about because this is a really nice product. I enjoy it a lot. A couple things that I could see being a concern. First off, this is pine, as I said before, and though pine is light and pine is easily cut and is pretty forgiving in some circumstances, it's not super strong. So if you put this in a place where it accidentally fell over or something like that, it could snap it. I don't know how they made this. They may have put some reinforcement in there somehow, but pine concerns me because it's a softer wood, it's breakable, and not super strong. So don't stand on this or put heavy stuff on this and try to keep it from going under any kind of stress other than your board games and card games. That being said, also, it is very large, which is great because you need a surface to play on when you are using it. However, it's also bulky. And one main problem with games like Dominion is it's already bulky. And just adding more bulk to take to a friend's house may or may not be worth it to you. I don't intend on going very far with this. Maybe I'll take it on a few trips, but most of the time I'll be using it in my house. So I'm not transporting it and the cards and the games and whatever that I'll be using this for. It's sizable. So that might be an issue that you might want to look out for. I like it this big. I got the max size because it's got more slots and stuff, and I have pretty much all of the expansions for Dominion, so I needed like places for the events and the way cards and other bonuses and whatnot, and the token holes here for debt and money tokens and victory tokens. Those are really nice, so I went with the big one. So if you're looking at this and that might be a little big, well, you know, they've got smaller versions, but this is the one I got, and it might not be right for you. So next up, as I mentioned before, these come in separate parts, and that means if you want them to be one single part, you don't want the flat side, or strangely, if you didn't want the carved side, then you would have to assemble it yourself, which I think is okay in my opinion, but if you wanted it to be one solid thing just for Dominion kind of games, then you're gonna have to do some gluing. It comes with a template and everything like that to make it easy for you, but assembly required. So if IKEA is your least favorite store, keep that in mind. It's not a big deal in my opinion, but it might be for you. And lastly, a little nitpick here is even though it is stained, it is not polyurethane, which means that the wood itself isn't super protected from like pens or markers or spills. I don't know why you'd be carrying things that could spill around your cards. If my Dominion cards were in that kind of danger, I would leave the place with my cards and my table because I don't want people to ruin my stuff. But yeah, so this wood is nicely colored, but it's not protected. You could poly it, I think, especially the ones that are not stained already. You know, I'm sure that would take polyurethane just fine. But the ones with the felt, I mean, I didn't have to glue this felt in. It came already glued in. So that's nice, but I can't polyurethane with this felt here without risking getting a little on the felt. So if you're looking to protect it with polyurethane, that might be an issue for you. One other thing that I found kind of weird, and I mean, it's their creation and they can do whatever they want. They suggest if you're playing a game and you've got snacks, you can put them in the token holes to eat them out of, which I don't know if I'd put food anywhere near this thing. I especially with the felt. How would you clean this? I don't understand. It's a little weird. But like I said, they've had a lot more experience with these things than I have. So maybe it works. I don't know. Maybe they're easy to clean. I don't know. I don't intend on trying to clean this because I don't intend on getting this dirty. I'm very protective of my card games and stuff, especially ones that I've invested a lot in. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, M&Ms maybe, but even those like shatter and crumble, and then you've got all that like candy residue in there. Ugh, I don't know. I think this is a fantastic product. I encourage you to take a look at it at very least, and if you've got other things that you like in their store, by all means give them some business. They are a great company. They give you a little letter to tell you how to take care of everything, and if it's a gift, they make a personalized gift card for your recipient. It's really cool, and I would encourage you to check it out and make a purchase. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you that this was a good investment. And until next time, this is Hogwash. Over and out. Catch you later.